me just hop straight into this one. Need Fleazy, the Orange Pill, NEENFLEEZY. Check out the music everywhere, on all streaming platforms. Check me on social media, same name, Need Fleazy. This one I want to get into the path of the loner. So, I'm just out here on my own right now type shit, and I'm normally a loner myself if I have to admit it. I mean, obviously I've had like social groups and friend groups, whatever, over time, but like these past few years of my life just kind of locked in and focused on getting after what I'm doing, like in music, or just like trying to level up, or just like putting myself together physically and then like emotionally, and just really working on myself, and just like getting down in the grit of just getting in self-improvement, really just being on my own. And a lot of people say like, oh, you shouldn't be on your own, whatever, this and that, and they have, well, I guess there's two sides to it. There's like a community that says you shouldn't be on your own and this and that, like you should have like a group around you, but sometimes that's not readily available. Like to think that you can just like go out and like kind of just find that, it's just like, especially these days, it might not, depending on who you are too, and like what your like mission in life is, and like kind of where you are and your age and everything, it might need to be like, it might not be presented to you. Just kind of find that, because you might find people that are kind of like on the same path maybe, but even then you might have to work to that level to even find them. That could, I don't know, like if you're lucky, that might take months, but most times you imagine it could take years to really find solid people. And because I guess the thing what it comes down to is becoming solid yourself as an individual. And so like you imagine how long would it take you to become solid for yourself, really. So, but going to the other side of the loner path too, it's almost like you see it all the time, like with spiritual people, it's like, oh, you're supposed to be alone for a reason, or this and that, or you have to, and even like kind of like business people or successful people talk about it. Obviously, they'd be like, oh, like, I mean, the path is going to be lonely and you're going to lose people and this and that. So I guess it kind of like makes sense though. Like, so I mean, I guess there is a majority of people that do think, maybe not a majority, but like a solid like group of people, of like successful people and spiritual people, and then just different realms of people that kind of understand the importance of solitude. It's just like going into that, it's just like you just like see things differently, because obviously you're not being influenced, and it's like if they say you're the sum of the 5 people around you, you're not being too heavily influenced by the people around you if you don't have any around you. It's just like your perspective, and it's like the way the world's manifesting to you, because the world is always manifesting to you as an individual, even if you're with people or not. But I mean, it's just like when you're alone, it's just like it just hits different. Like it's just like it's just you. Like it's not like you're walking with a group of people and then like you can handle things yourself. Not like handle like something's about to pop off or anything like that, but you know what I mean. Like it's just like it just different when you're like alone. Like you just see things differently. And of course, you might, if you're the same person, whether you're with people or not, you're always going to see things like a certain way from your perspective. But it's just like when you're alone, you might pick up on things you didn't notice before. Like the difference between it could be something like when you're with people, you're talking too much, or you're just like you're joking off and geeking off with your boys, whatever, and or even with your girl, it's just like you're just kind of like, I don't know, you're entertaining a social conversation, just a social, like it's a social circle, like you're just entertaining all together. But it's like when you're alone, you might just see things differently, and things might click all together. Like even things you already really kind of have a deep understanding of. Like there's a lot of things you might not really think you like, even like you might know, but you don't really think about it. But then like when you're like alone, even right now, I'm out here walking right now, and you just kind of like see things, and it all clicks together. It just kind of makes sense. Just like, and you really just, it puts things in perspective for you. So, but that's the way it's important, perspective for you. That's why it is be good on the solitary path in yourself. While I'm on the topic, you might as well talk about how it like strengthens you too. Because it's like when you're that's the thing with why people would say like you got to have a network of individuals, because when you're with people type shit, it's maybe like you can make up for each other's flaws or whatever, and that's why I guess, and you hold each other accountable. But when it's just you, it's like you hold yourself accountable, and it's like your flaws are like present like right then and there, and it's like, and you're aware of them, especially if people are like kind of like reminding you about them. So it's good because it forces you to improve, which in turn would help you to find like better people and people in your life, whatever. So making you strong in that way. But and it's not bad to have people around you. Like it's definitely great to have like friends, whatever, and like solid people around you. But it's just like when you're on that solid, especially when you're pursuing like purpose and like meaning in life, solitary practices, it just hits different. because I'm really on the path right now too. Check that. But yeah, it's just like, it just hits different. And me, I mean, it depends on who you are in the person too. I mean, I'm maybe like naturally like a loner, like kind of one of those type of people, just be on my own, whatever. And so like, it's not really like any difference for me. I'm like comfortable with it. But I mean, I know for some people, like if you're just always around people, like you probably can't even comprehend this, what I'm saying. Like it probably wouldn't even make sense. Like the lifestyle between someone that's a loner and the lifestyle of someone that is always around people is just so fundamentally different. Like it's like crazy. Like, it's like, if I stepped into that world, it'd be like, I mean, I know what that world is like. It's like, cause society's based off of that type of world, really, like movies, shows, and then like every social thing that's going on. If I step in that world, it'd be like, whoa. And then if they step into my world, it'd be even crazier. That's why it's harder for people to accept like a solitary path. And I guess among humans, it's not really too common, like for like someone to be, I guess in these days, I guess a lot of people are introverts, so maybe it is more common, but generally speaking, like you don't think of like a solitary path as something that's too popular, really. But like I said, and I guess maybe it's more manageable when you have purpose, meaning you're fine with it in yourself. Like it's just, for me, I don't feel like nothing. I've been doing this for a while too, so that's that. And it's like another aspect, you see like how life is so beautiful, and you see the beauty in yourself too, because I mean, if you're just you, and you can start to respect yourself too, almost in a way more. Like it's almost like, I mean, maybe you have a basic level of respect for yourself, but I mean, just being in the solitary path, and you just come in tune with yourself, one with yourself, you're just always with yourself, and it's just like, and you have set new boundaries and better boundaries for yourself, and you get to reflect more, which is important. Because a lot of times people say like, don't waste time reflecting, just put in action. But sometimes like it's just great to reflect, especially when life kind of puts you in a spot like kind of slows you down, where you just need to reflect. And it's really important, because most of the time, if I'm being honest, when I'm reflecting about like things that happen with other people. And so like when you're in a solitude, it's just like, it just hits more, because like now you're in a state by yourself and seeing how you can better yourself the next time you're with a new group of people, or even with those same group of people, just in any situation. So yeah, I guess the path that will get you strong is the path you need to take. So if that path is the loner path, or it's the path of other people, make you strong. But for this topic of the video, the loner path, that definitely gets you strong for sure. Builds you up a new aura that people can see in you as well. So that's it for that one. We out. It's like 4 a.m. something. Cold as shit out here. Orange pillars.